Good day, everyone. My name is Francis Manuel Regino, together with Miss Ross Ann Ray and Miss Rachel Ann Sadiwa. Today, we are here to know about computer application in construction management. What is management in construction? The management of construction projects is highly demanding and involves a wide range of tasks. It involves all managerial functions, forms of organizations, techniques, and tools, and the range of duties expands with the complexity of the project, as does the amount of data. Tools are needed to store and process the very large amounts of information that can be accumulated. As a result, various types of software are available for managing construction projects. The development of computer software for project management began with the idea that mathematical network-based analysis of large-scale projects could reduce time and cost. In the late 1950s, techniques such as PERT or Program Evaluation and Review Technique and CPM or as the critical path method provide a basis for the computer-aided management of projects. Since the software tools have been developed with greater and greater functionality. Today, software can support project management in all of their tasks, such as coordination, documentation, and control. Project management software tools have to take account of joint data uses, exchanging data between the tools as well as with other applications, such as design or tender software. Clear interfaces reduce unnecessary data collection and prevent inconsistencies. Coordination. It cannot be assumed that effective communication process will exist in temporary construction project organizations. The division of labor and responsibilities as well as the exchange of information and the workflow within the project must be planned, implemented, and controlled. The construction process has to be documented thoroughly in real time. On one hand, records may be required for regulatory reasons, and on the other, they are needed for monitoring, controlling, and accounting construction processes. The identification of discrepancies between target and actual performance is essential to target-oriented control. All processes need to be monitored with a narrow time frame to ensure effective corrective actions can be taken, in particular, controlling quality, cost, and program. There is no completely comprehensive software tool available to deal with all the tasks involved in the project management. A set of systems is usually needed. Common types of software for project management are designing softwares, project communication softwares, digital construction diary softwares, scheduling softwares, and cost control softwares. Designing softwares. Designing softwares are computer programs and applications used during design phase. It is used in the illustration of the building plans. It comes with ranges and aspects. These are the top most popular designing software for civil engineering. The first is AutoCAD. AutoCAD is the most popular software in civil engineering world, designed by Autodesk 2D and 3D design, drafting, modeling, architectural drawing, etc. can be created by this software. Next is the SAP 2000. It is the most popular structural analysis and design software in the civil engineering world, ideal for the design and analysis any type of structure. Next is the ETABS, such as known as the Extended Three-Dimensional Analysis of Building Systems. It is the ultimate integrated software package for the structural analysis and design of buildings. Next is the AutoCAD Civil 3D. It is a design software in a civil design and documentation solution that supports building information modeling workflows or BIM. And lastly, WaterCAD. It is a robust and easy-to-use water distribution modeling program.
Project Communication System. Project communication systems support the coordination of a construction project by providing a joint platform to all project members for collaboration and information exchange. Usually, the platforms are internet-based and data access can be governed by different user authorizations and privileges. The range of function varies greatly. Some platforms simply provide a common data store, whilst others provide comprehensive media and workflow support. The top 5 communication or collaboration software. Confluence. Confluence is a powerful platform that focuses on team ownership and collaboration versus individual work. From document creation to project collaboration, it's a game-changing way to share ideas, build community, and get work done. Zoho Docs. Zoho Docs is an online file storage and management software. Save all your images, videos, files, and documents and access them across all devices from anywhere and at any time. Sync your offline files to the cloud using Zoho Docs Sync. SharePoint applications and desktop sharing and viewing, annotation tools, instant messaging, web slides, and whiteboards. Office 365, an integrated suite of applications include email, calendar, and address book that are accessed via the internet 24/7. Evernote Business provides single-team workspace with in-app discussions, knowledge discovery, presentation mode, and powerful searching tools. Digital Construction Diary. Digital construction diaries range from simple templates for word processors to internet-based systems with complex data structures. By integrating media such as photo documentation, the cogency of the construction diary can be increased. Pictures can prove especially useful to remote project team members. Scheduling software. Construction scheduling software is used to plan, monitor, and control project progress. Buffers in the corresponding critical path can be calculated based on process durations, deadlines, and relationships, and appropriate resources can be assigned. The results are usually displayed in the form of a Gantt chart, network plan, or list. By entering current data, the user can automatically generate appropriate target performance comparisons. Top mostly used scheduling softwares. Microsoft Project, Zoho Projects, Fast Track Schedule 9, Primavera P6, Workfront, Cost Control Software. Cost control software is based on capacity planning methods. Resources are assessed according to cost information, such as the charge-out rates for workers and equipment. By linking to the project's accounting software, Budget figures can be compared with actual figures. In addition, reports can be generated automatically, presenting a visualization of the process data. Top mostly used cost control software. Structure automates job costing, payroll, work orders, purchase orders, receivables, payables, general ledger, and fixed assets for contractors. Contractor's office estimating work orders, complete order processing, job budgets, accounting, job costing, job scheduling, labor tickets. PubWorks activity-based costing maintenance management system that manages projects, work orders, roads, bridges, facilities, etc. RS Prism is project lifecycle management software that delivers a dependable forecasts and accurate view of project performance. Synergist job costing and project management system that helps agencies, consultancies, and in-house departments take control of their business.
Good day, engineers! For today, I will discuss all about construction reports. Construction report. It is a document required to prove any construction activity has taken place at site during billing or any other claims. So, it is typically formal document that provides us information about events, processes, authorities, purchasers, projects, and so on, where it is all about construction industry. Records or reports to be maintained and construction sites play important role in construction activities. This report or records have all the data of various construction activities carried out at site. If any additional work has been carried out and it is claimed during billing, these documents needed to be produced as a proof. So these reports are valid and very important for claiming and as proof or evidence during the billing. Maintenance of reports or records also help during audits of construction projects at any point of time. These documents helps to defend any claims such as liquidated damages or false claims or violations of any guidelines of authorities or clients. So ideally, reports should always be updated. All information must be up to date because when having audits or review of document, it should be appropriate and are concise for easy navigation of information. So, we will now proceed to the different types of construction report that are listed and be discussed on the preceding slides of this report. Punch list. Generally, a list of tasks or to-do items that must be done in a limited time. In United States construction industry, a punch list is the name of a contact document used in the architecture and building trades to organize the completion of a construction project. In other places, it is commonly known as a snag list. So, construction punch list during recent times, punch list is literally a punch list where it is a list na pinapunch holes as indicated na it is needed to be fixed. And today's construction, punch list is a list of items requiring immediate attention. It includes a specification on damages during construction tulad ng broken windows, cracked pavings, or incomplete roof shells, and that is needed to be fixed. Another is the incorrect installations or aspects of the building. Even small fixes are included. And it is a report needed to be done or seen before the final payment. Site inspection report. It is used by contractors following the Work Health and Safety Management Plan assessment. The intent of the site inspection is to benchmark the safety practices observed on the site against the criteria in the checklist. It is acceptable to review a sample of items and, based on the evidence that is available at the time, assess whether the undertaking conforms to the set criteria. So, site inspection report, ito naman ay yung pag-evaluate as a whole major and minor systems of the buildings. So, all the equipments, the installations, systems, ventilations, and the top-to-bottom building structures are evaluated properly. So, dito, pinaprioritize nila yung safety, health and safety management in the work site. So, kung iisipin, it is a very long report considering all the evaluations of the building. Construction Daily Report. It is a summary of hourly and daily conditions and events at a work site on every workday, prepared for the off-site project administrators. So, an essential document in construction projects, it records the number of workers or employers and work equipment at the construction site, exact time the work began and ended, job progress, weather accidents if there is any, or etc. On no work days, it reports no work today and serves as an evidence in case of dispute. So, it is a daily report including the informations of all crews, the weather, the working hours, project pace, and even the incidents or disruptions that may delay the project, and all the happenings during that day and the preceding days. So, this will provide the transparency of the project to stakeholders and other personnel reading the current status of the project. Construction Progress Report. These reports are prepared regularly or often monthly by the contract administrator during the construction phase and issued to the client. They will generally be a summary of the reports received and discussion held at construction progress meeting. So, construction progress report may be a combination of minutes of construction progress meetings and reports received during those meetings with key issues highlighted in accompanying cover note. So, alternatively, they may be a rewritten version of that information prepared specifically to suit the client's requirement. So, this progress report is done monthly. It summarizes the happenings that covers the whole month. These include the important meetings discussing what was the initial progress of the project. Accident reporting policy and procedure. Reports provide details about the accident, analysis of the factual data, conclusions, and the probable cause of the accident, and the related safety recommendations. Most reports focus on a single accident. So, this accident reporting policy and procedure is a report that focuses on the reports about accidents happen in the site at working hours. It is stated that this report should emphasize the cause of accidents and failures on the site during working hours and the probable solution to prevent happening of that accident again. Contract agreement. Contract agreement documents including all sets of drawings, including amendments, a copy of approval of municipality, corporation, or urban development authorities need to be maintained at construction sites till the completion of the construction project. These documents provide permissions and guidelines for all the activities carried out at a construction site. So, it is a legal document that outlines in detail the parameters of a construction project. The content may vary on the type of project and your client. For example, you don't have a construction agreement that outlines the payment schedule of your client. For example, is a payment schedule for the bills in constructing a residential house of your client. Then you encountered struggling payment for the remaining finances in the project. then it would cause arguments and misunderstanding between you and your client. Therefore, having this construction agreement will help you and your client read on the same page and prevent arguments. Here is an example of a contract agreement form. Time and progress chart or CPM chart. This chart helps in tracking the construction activities from time to time and help in effective planning, scheduling, and controlling the construction project activities. These charts need to be approved from the concerned authorities. So this CPM chart, so based on the previous reporters, this chart serves as the basis on identifying the longest stretch of the dependent activities and measuring the time required to complete the project from start to finish. Work orders book. All the orders given by the client to the contractors need be maintained with serial numbers, signature, and dates. This order should be specific for works. This order should also have a compliance column. So this work orders book is a book report specifies the needs and expectations of the client through providing precise list of functions or processes needed to be done all throughout the project. This is an example of a work order report or a form. Likewise, we also have our own personal diaries. We listed all what we've done during that time and the important happenings to us. In construction, we also have diary and we call it construction diary or the work diary. This work diary records the actual work done in site. Also, it records the actual resources deployed for each type of works. The delays, the important events, and the working hours are included. So, following are the details need to include in work diary. It is very necessary to include the weather at site, if it is rainy, mostly cloudy, or sunny. Also, the labors employed, the name, their designations, and how many employers are there during that working hours. It is important also to include the materials brought to site with their approximate quantity. Kung ilan yung mga materials na dinala at also kung ano yung mga materials na dinala during that day. So, the types of transport working at site is also needed to include in this work diary. The type of tools and plants being used at site and the important items of work completed and passed on the particular date. Also, it is very necessary to include the visits of VIPs if there is any. Also, the remarks and their concerns why they visit the project during that time. Work passing records. It is a summary of all details in a construction project. This will help the contractors to track the progress of each works and the strategies done to complete one work. This will help to have pre-planning for the next task or activities to complete the entire project. Also, this will help for the request of approval for the project. Test results record. So this is a record or a compilation of all the test results of a material such as the cement, the sand, the aggregates, water, steel, reinforcement, and etc. So, these records are arranged as an index page with details of each materials, page numbers of records, and etc. So, all the tests carried out at site or in laboratory are recorded in this record book. Also, some of the tests carried out at construction site for civil works are the cube test for concrete works for each location or structural members, sieve analysis of coarse aggregates, impact or abrasion test, the sieve analysis of coarse and for concrete works, masonry, sands for masonry works, plastering, and pointing works. Also the test for impurities of aggregates and sand, bulking of sand test for concrete and masonry, slump test and compacting factor test for concrete works, crushing strength test, tolerance, water absorption test, efflorescence test of bricks, stone, or masonry work, the moisture contents of the timber, the manufacturer test reports provided by the vendors for admixtures, reinforcing steels, and etc. Also, the other tests that are required by a contract documents for a project. Cement register. This record is maintained with detail of receipts, daily consumptions, and remaining balance at site. This record also consists of manufacturing dates of cement, date of receipt, and test reports of cement at site or manufacturer's test report. So here is an example of a cement register form. So we have here the date of the receipt, the particulars of receipt, which is the quantity received and progressive total, the date of issue, the particulars of issue if it is returned or what are the issue of its return, the total issues, the daily balance in hand, and the contractor's initials and others. Registration for approval of samples. So upon the completion of the project or work, the approval of sample is very important, dealing with cases once a material has been approved or rejected by a client or contractor. Then it would be served as a proof of evidence of approval of rejection. So all the samples approved by the clients need to be kept separately along with their test reports with approvals of the clients and contractors till the completion of work. So here is an example of a approval request for a material. Records of changes, deviation orders, and amendments. This refers to the documentation of agreement to add or subtract work. After a design, the revision of the schedule and others. So, why do these changes happen? There are so many possible reasons why there is an instant changes or request of changes in a project. Possibly, there might be errors in plans and drawings, maybe the unrealistic budget and schedule, like paggagawa ka ng commercial building in a very low cost, having too low budget, and unimaginable fast working hour in a span of schedule that is very unrealistic. Maybe also design changes from a client or contractor, the unavailability of workers, the weather condition, report and project documents failure, construction material issue. So here is an example of a construction change order request. So we have the project name, the location of the work, the project manager assigned, and below are the change request of review, the description of the changes needed, the reason for the change, and etc. Measurement book. The measurement book is a record for all the construction activities carried out and approved by the client. These records are important for the contractor to maintain and help during billing claims. Any extra work done is also recorded in this book with notes. So it is an important record where measurements are recorded for the work done by the contractor or for the materials received in a site or services rendered. So here is an example of a measurement book.